For the GT500 oil change. So this is for a 2007 GT500. Turn around here. S197 body style. It takes 6 quarts, 6.5 quarts of this. 5W50 full synthetic. I get Motorcraft, Ford Motorcraft, just because that's what I'm using. But I mean, I guess you can use any if you can find it. Like I said earlier in my video, if you didn't catch that, this is really hard to come by. I can't find it in any auto parts store like AutoZone or any place like that. I went to the Ford dealership parts store and I picked it up there for $18 a quart, which isn't bad. American Muscle right now wants $25 a quart. You can order online. And of course you want to get your what is it? FL820S. This is a regular Motorcraft filter. I saw some where they have smaller filters. This actually mine came with like a smaller filter, because other filters were fit, but I just look up, you know, this is the kind that it takes. So, alright, so step 1, I already looked it up. It has a 16mm oil drain plug. And so we're gonna go ahead and get underneath the car with my paper towels, get some more water. I know, my garage is getting kind of messy. This is what I do with these. I write down, this is from the Slingshot. Ford's gonna be similar. Just write down my mileage. Save your receipts too for the oil and stuff if you can. I have a nice little binder set up just in case. Alright, here we go. Underneath the car on the quick jacks. Hey buddy, and it's a great car. Alright. Oh yeah, for the Slingshot I didn't need these, but whenever I'm underneath a car I wear safety goggles. Damn it, it's got some water. I was cleaning them. Because stuff falls in your face. Especially these cars. I kind of like that this year GT500. I'm not dealing with a big cover I gotta remove. Everything's right there. All these new cars, I know it makes it more aerodynamic, but you gotta take out all these push pins and drop a cover. And then when they start getting older, it becomes kind of a pain. You're gonna laugh at me, but there's another. Oh, damn it. I actually use a towel. I know. It's alright. I just use a towel here. I'm gonna sit my camera on it and my body on it sometimes. What the hell? Oh, that's my flashlight. And my gloves. Alright. These get a grip on the oil filter. That's why I got these here. Because maybe I can get it off with my hands. Do I have everything? Oil filter. Jeez. I'm losing my mind today, kids. I think I got everything. Alright, let's get under here and see what's what. Rough. That's there. That's here. I got a little flashlight that I use. I'll turn my headlamp on. I recommend a nice headlamp. I'll show you what everything looks like under here. I know, shop towels, etc., etc. I don't know what's going on. Where's my... Alright. This... Now look, I can rest my head on this if I want. That doesn't look too good. See, this is a good time to inspect things if you're under... This is for my gauge pod. Maybe oil just got on it. It's got like oil pressure and all that stuff. So, I'm not gonna screw with that. This is the... I think this is the crank pulley, one of these that you can replace. Give you more boost. That looks kind of like a tough job. I might have to... Alright, so here's an oil pan. It's all cheap compared to the Slingshot, isn't it? Actually, it's not too bad, but I like how I don't gotta take a damn cover off. It's right there, right? And then here, that's a drain plug, 16 mil. I don't like, I think this might be aftermarket here. I'm not sure, because I looked, the guy before me, he owned it. I noticed he has aftermarket stuff in the back. So, where's the filter? The filter's here. See it right there? No cover to take off, none of that stuff. I guess there's mixed opinions on that stuff. If you're going down racetracks, these are more of a straight line car, I think. It does handle good though. Surprised, I was surprised. All right, what am I gonna, let me see here. I got the camera angled. This will be all right. So, here, lefty loosey. Is it? Off. Alright. Here we go. Now, I did this now, I like this thing too, because look, I can pull down on this and extend it. But I don't really have to. I just... Is that on there? Alright, let's see. There you go. Yep, see, I didn't put it on there too tight. And we're going to go like this. Like before, I said, you should wear rubber gloves probably, but, and I should probably replace this. It looks like it might be getting a little mangled. I should have probably replaced that. Yeah, I mean, you might want to look into replacing your drain plug once in a while. And here we go. Come on. I might get oil on the ground. Gosh, believe it or not, this is actually a cleanest. Ah, that does look dark. So, oops. Oh, I spoke too soon. I was gonna say when I changed the Slingshot oil, I didn't get any on the ground, but it's coming out pretty good. Nice flow. Clean the drain plug a little. Yeah. Oh well. Alright, so let me this here. I'm gonna set the drain. Well, I just set the drain plug aside. Screw it. Now I'm gonna let this drain out. Now, if you're, I'm sure you guys are more efficient than me. You could also, like, you know, I think you can remove the filter at the same time, you know, if you got it like that. But I like to use the same. I like to use the same pan. I like this because when I pour it into the container, it's got a nice thing, and it's deep. Oh, my neck hurts already. All right, so my hands are all greasy. So, but yeah, you can see the transmission on the X pipe. Here's the catalytic converters, the O2 sensors, and all that stuff. Go all the way back. The only thing, yeah. There's a which I'm gonna do someday. There's a fuel filter somewhere. I keep forgetting. It's nice to replace. You should replace your fuel filter too. It's underneath a cover somewhere here. When you get to that. But and you can expect, like, these are brand new. RockAuto.com. I was standing in the line at the dealer. I was standing in line at the parts store, and the guy's telling them, I guess there was a guy with an old Bronco. Oh, that's no longer made anymore. Blah 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 blah. You know, and that's the same with this. We don't make it anymore. But you know what? RockAuto.com. And this is actually better quality than the stock piece. The stock piece is all flimsy. This is solid. You know, I forget the name of this. Front sway bar link or something. Front sway bar links. Because it was making a clunk noise. If you're making clunking noises, and also there's some grease fittings around. Make sure you grease everything. Get a grease gun. Alright, it's coming out here. The drain, it's draining a tiny bit still, but that's good enough for me. I'm going to go ahead and get this drain plug. Some people recommend cleaning this off with brake parts cleaner and stuff, but I'm just gonna throw it back in there. Sorry. I think you should have like a little bit of oil on it, but hold on a sec here. Throw you back in there. Now that drained nice because this is perfectly level. Not like the slingshot where we had to angle it because we were on ramps and stuff. Alright. Now sure there's a torque spec for this. I don't know what that is. I just kind of put the wrench on it. Put the wrench on. Righty tighty. A little bit here. Alright. I'm just kidding. Okay. You just wanna. There, that's good enough. You don't want to over tighten your drain plug. Shout out to the mechanics that just fucking throw us an impact wrench on those things. Don't over tighten it. It'll mess up your oil pan. Looks like I did a bunch. It looks like I've already kind of hit some bumps of mine. Now for this oil filter, I'm gonna try to get it off with my hands, but just in case, you know, you get your filter wrenches. I think this one's pretty cool because you just grab it, and I think I might use this one. You can just grab it and twist it. I'm feeling pretty strong today, but these are easy because you can use these on like any canister filter. Where this one, I think it's more, yeah, it's a little bit tough fit up here. I can see this might be good if it was different angle, but so I recommend, I call this like a claw type. These are the best, but you're gonna also crinkle your filter a little bit if you're not too careful, which, you know, probably don't matter if you take it off anyway. But all right, so here we go. I am going to, now don't forget to line the pan up first. I almost forgot. Ah, shit. My neck. My neck. Alright, here we go. Shout out to you mechanics. You don't get enough respect for what you do. Now, do I want to get this? See, this gets kind of messy because it's right there, but trust me, it's probably better than, still better than most new cars. Nah, I think I'm gonna, I know, make up your mind, Bill. Which side do you want to be on? Alright. Alright. Put my gloves on here. I like these gloves. They don't make your hands sweat like rubber gloves, but they got a palm where you can grip things. So, what are these called? And you can buy a pack of 10 for like, they're called Grease Monkey, and they're just disposable type deals. They come in, I think, packs of 10, which is nice. Now, I don't know if I'm strong enough to get this thing off. I want to see if I can get it, like, loose before I start. Yeah, I'm not feeling that strong today, kids. So I'm going to have to use Lefty Loosey. Damn. Lefty Loosey. Here, you want to get a bird's eye view? Let's see. I want to turn it. Is that counterclockwise? Yeah. So, will this work? I'm going to use the claw. Fuck. I think I'm a little rusty today, kids. I apologize. Lefty Loosey. Here you go. I'm going to grab this thing. Come on, man. Alrighty. Alright, lefty. There, see? The claw. It's getting it. Alright, get a little bit more. You just want to get it loose before the oil starts spilling out, because I don't have the light. It's splat on top of the camera, right? Alright, here we go. Well, maybe that. Oh, okay, start it. Here we go. I'm going to, since I got it started, it's always a little tricky with the oil filter because it's right on top of this, I think that's called a cross member. Now I'm going to take off my gloves and then get a paper towels. Okay, always paper towels here. Alright kids, here we go. So what I do is I start loosening it. No oil coming out? Yeah, see how the oil starts to flow? So just let it kind of flow. See, take your time. It's going to flow. Because if you rush, it's just going to be like a big blob of oil coming out, and it's going to be messier. I know. So yeah, I like that setup. I mean, I guess this, you know, it's a performance car, so you're going to have, I guess, all this stuff. Also a good idea, like I said earlier, to grease things if you want to grease things. Wow, look where the alternator's at. That's going to be a bitch. Damn it. I heard bad stories about the alternators in these. Damn it. Why is it underneath the car? Oh well. Shit. I'll think about that some other time. We'll cross that bridge if it happens. Shout out in the comments, you guys, of these cars. I always hear people saying, like, we have alternator issues in these cars and blah blah, and the alternator gets bad, but I haven't had an issue, knock on wood. Alright, I'm gonna finish taking this thing out. Why the hell not? Paper towel. I know, I set a bad example. Using my bare hands again. But that's life. Here we go. Damn it. Using two bare hands. Yep. What are you gonna do? Come on, man. Just. I should have used my rubber glove. Oh, shit. Here it goes. There it goes. Ah, fuck. Dump it out. See, a little messy. Just a little bit. Damn it. I'll show you what it looks like. I'm going to take a quick breather and use some of that Ultimate Orange Cleaner on. My hands are all slippery now. I know, I should have just kept the gloves on, kids. Alright. Oh. Oh, it's still going. I forgot I left it recording. Now, so that I don't blind you, I'll blind myself. For these cars, whoa. Am I gonna? Well, let's just do this first. Alright. Yeah. I'm gonna show you what it looks like up here. I gotta turn around, but that's what it looks like, right? Basic, regular filter. Now it looks good. Make sure that the, I was watching this one channel, I forget who they are, but make sure that I guess the gasket can actually stick to this. So if you don't pay attention, I'll show you what I mean. Ugh. Here's a brand new filter here. See this rubber gasket? I never had it happen, but I was watching this one channel because I like these mechanic channels, and he was saying, yeah, a lot of people don't think, but make sure that the gasket doesn't stick to that, because when you put the new filter on, you're gonna have a double gasket, and it's gonna leak when you start driving. It's gonna leak. It's gonna start leaking and things. So just make sure that the gasket material is that. And also, shout out in the comments. There's always a debate like, oh, you should pour oil inside of this filter before you put it on. I never do that. Because it's like, maybe because it's like straight up and down. I don't see how it would make a difference on this kind. And so I don't, you let me know. But they say you should wipe you should put a little bit of oil around the edge to help it seal. So I'm gonna do that. It doesn't matter if it's new or old oil. So you know, just go like this. Put it on here around. It doesn't have to be a shit ton, guys. Just enough to kind of lube it up. And I'm going to use my rubber gloves and hand tighten this. They say this should be hand tightened, this filter, but maybe I don't know if I overhand tighten it, because I had to use the claw to get it off. But you want to make sure it's on there. Don't just kind of willy-nilly. You want to kind of crank on it, but you want to crank on it with your hand. You don't want to take a filter wrench and start cranking on it, because it's going to be too tight then. So we can move this out of the way now. Here, maybe get a better camera angle. 360 cam, can you see all that? Alright, whatever, here. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. Alright, kids. So let's see. Nice looking filter here. I don't know if can I reach it down tight? Okay. And make sure you start it on. Make sure it kind of gets on there. There we go. Hold on. Alright, it's going finally. It's going. See that? All done. All done. I'm kidding. You want to hand tighten this. Alright, shout out in the comments if you think I'm oh, you fucker. Damn it, now I got this on my... Sorry for my language. I forgot to wipe that part off. Alright, I'm just going to hand tighten it on my left hand. I hand tighten it with all my strength. Shout out in the comments if you think that's over doing it. There. Alright. I forgot to mention, you probably want to wipe out. There's oil all. We watched it together. It was dripping on top of this. I think this is called a cross member. So let me go ahead and wipe all this off, guys. Okay. There you go. Wipe off the top of that. There you go. Make sure this is wiped down. Yeah, it's not very clean. I think whoever owned this before me, I'm guessing they probably kept it outside with a car cover, because it's got dirt, and I tried to clean all this dirt and shit off. So it's not like it looks dirty underneath. Back there it's not too bad, but up here, you know. But it's still good. It runs great. I just don't like, I guess I'm anal like that. But hey, I drive my cars. Damn. Alright, so I've got a little bit of oil in me. Let me check something out here. Alright. Don't do this if your engine's still hot. I should probably use a creeper. I'm just trying to get an idea where the fuel filter... the fuel filter is... Because you see this? I recommend CJ Pony Parts. If you could subscribe to it. The guys does everything. This is all jacked here. But the fuel filter... Oh, there it is. See, that's the fuel filter. Yeah, you gotta replace that. Looks like it's even got a dent in it. Damn it. I'll get that later. I'm gonna have to order a fuel. So don't forget that that's a simple thing. Well, not... Looking at CJ Pony Parts, he walks you through it. It's not too bad. But it's flammable, so you know. So you gotta replace your fuel filter eventually. Now, I usually put fuel system cleaner in, so maybe that helps with my oil changes. You know, I was just curious where that was at, because I just watched the video. Alright. Here I go. We drained everything. We put the filter on. I probably gave you guys a couple laughs. So now let's lower the quick jacks. So we can fill... The most important part, we got to fill it with oil, right? And here we go. Put it up a little bit so I can flip this down here. Do the same to the other side. This is going to bring it quite a bit far forward. So make sure these are out of the way too. If you have that stuff here. Sometimes I gotta just do something like that. Get them out of the way. We'll see. Alright, flip this one up. We're coming on a downslope. We just gotta fill it with oil. Ta-da. See, it's lowering. There. Now I'm gonna make sure it's not on top of the it's fine. The hydraulic lines are tough. Okay. See, it's not on top. That's good. So let's see what we got here, kids. It's a little bit. I don't care. It's a little bit close to the wall. Hold on. Oh, yeah, I got an oil catch can. See, it's a good idea to check those too. I like, a lot of you complain about these prop rods. You want the hydraulic rods. The hydraulic, they replace, they go here, I think. I had those in cars before, and they basically go bad after a while, and the hood lands on top of your head. So, I like a rusty, trusty prop bar. It's good forever. Okay. It's like anything, guys. You just fill the oil in. 6.5 quarts. And then I'll show you about this oil catch can. See if the oil catch cans work, right? Let's go like this. Angle it that way. Okay, finally got the oil filled. And there. Now, take a look at this catch can. Hold on. Catch can's actually got some dust on it. How to get dust on the catch can? This is a JLT catch can. It's a quick disconnect, I think. Let me move all this. Yeah, I got a garbage bags full of oil cans here. Yeah, I'm a very messy guy. Let's see, catch can. Now, I'm pretty sure you just squeeze these off. Famous last words. I think squeeze this. I'll show you. See this? How easy this is. You go like this, and then come on, man. And then you can rotate it. Actually, I don't even think I gotta take it off. All right, maybe I will. Here. See this? Another one. Just squeezes off. There you go. Looks a little dirty there. quick disconnect. I'm still gonna wipe it off a little. Hold on. Dirty over here. Gotta get dirty. Why is it dirty? Come on, follow me with the catch can. I think we caught some stuff. I might have checked it in between oil changes, I think, because, you know, it's been a year since I changed oil in this car. Remember I said it's only got 3,000 miles on its oil, but you should change it at least once a year if you're going to go under the mileage. All right, let me take this thing off here. And you just unscrew this like this. You can get shiny ones. I just got a black one. I don't get everything dirty. I'll show you how this looks. I don't know how it's an oil separator is the, because the problem with these Mustangs, only on the passenger side of this one, the GT350, the Voodoo engine ones, the real ones. No offense, Shelby, but the GT350, they, you know, a lot of people, I think they come with 2 catch cans, one for each side. But a lot of people that have 2 catch cans are like, well, it only captures on one side. But you see what that looks like right there? That it kind of separates the oil with that. And holy moly, I'm gonna hold the camera up. I recommend getting the extra large. Look how much oil is in there. You see that oil? It's at least at the halfway point, maybe a little more. Keep in mind that's probably, I'm gonna say at least 6 months. All that could have went in the intake area where the supercharger's at. Whoops. Here, I'll show you. I'll get a better shot here. There's an oil catch can. These are like, I don't know what I spent, 150, 170. And there, look at that oil in there. See it? Boom, 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 boom. Kind of craziness, huh? So these are, why would you want a catch can? Why didn't it come with a catch can? I don't know. A lot of the newer performance ones, they now come with catch cans. They don't fail you at inspection if they don't. So watch here. Let's see. That's black oil right there. Boom. Wow. Good investment. So these are more like they're not really a performance part per se, but they're kind of like a must-have part. Because, as you just saw, it's kind of whack, ain't it? Shit's whack, Ford. Ford should ship everyone a catch can that has a Mustang that didn't come with one. Whatever. I'll put this back on. Now, you can put it on after it gets on the car, but I think it's kind of going to be a little tight. I know. This is a stupid way of putting it on because I'm going to slap myself in the face. Yeah, it's going to wipe it down a little. But, you know. Now, I like this because, look, you can grip down here. It's got like a nice thing to grip on. So that's kind of cool. And it doesn't take much brain power to take on and off. I always like that. I hate the, I don't know about you guys, but a lot of these things that we have to disconnect in this engine bay, I end up breaking shit. I'm like, how does this? These are really easy. You just flip the piece of plastic to the side. Let me turn my headlamp on so you guys can see. Come on, man. Hold on. There it goes. All right, let's put the catch can back on. Off. There you go. All right, so you go here. It just connects right here. Now, let me see. Push it in. Will it snap into place? Or do I have to flick this up? There, it snaps into place. Snaps into place. Boom. That like barely fits. I got the biggest one you can get, which is, these will fit underneath here. Because it makes room for the supercharger. That's probably why. So yeah, definitely I'm glad that I was able to show you guys the catch can. A lot of people are like, do I really need a catch can? I don't know. If you have an S197 GT500, then yes, you do. Otherwise, what happens is when I replace this, you still get a little blow by. It doesn't capture everything. So I saw a little bit of oil in here, and I wiped it on the inside when I replaced some stuff here. But you should imagine. I guess some people say, well, the oil gets burnt off. Well, I'd rather not have any oil in the first place. If you're going to tell me it's going to get burnt off, I'm thinking that can't be good, having oil go inside your intake. Anyway, here, let's look at this. Did you know my engine builder, his name is Bill, like me? Shout out to Bill. So, hand built with pride. And my buddy Jeff's, he has a white car like mine, and his engine builder name is Jeff. I'm like, no way. So shout out to my buddy Jeff. He has a nice white GT500. All right, so that covers the the oil change. Now, I feel a sense of pride. I did my own oil. Now, one thing I want to say about oil changes, if you take it to I recommend, like my sister has a nice Dodge Challenger anniversary edition. I think it's a 2010. And she only has 7,000 miles on her car. She takes it to the dealer for service. And you know what? The dealer updates the Carfax. Like, the guy who owned my car before me, you know, it showed like he got it taken in literally every 3,000 miles or something like that. I can see on the Carfax, oil change, oil change, oil change. So when you do it yourself, save the receipts, I guess. But also, I notice, shout out in the comments, I notice if I take this and get the oil changed, it costs the same as if I do it myself. I mean, I spent $130 for the oil, another $10 for the filter. So let's round it up. I spent $150 on my oil change. Usually I think the dealers get discounts on the oil, you know, the mechanics, they get discounts on things. So you might get a coupon for $100 oil change. So I don't think you save any money doing it by yourself. But at the same time, you know, you don't have to book an appointment. You know what's done. And nowadays, whenever you take your car in, they try to upsell you, right? Well, you need this added to your car, and this looks like it's bad on your car, and you know, I'm kind of a pushover. It's like, oh, sure, okay. But, and then if you have a tune on your car or anything aftermarket, it's like, because sometimes I've had it before where I have to tell them, you can put something over top of your port where you plug your tuner in, and it says, stop, do not flash. Because if you don't have your tuner with you, because in order to troubleshoot your car, they have to they return it back to stock and try to read your codes. So if you have any kind of tune done, you got to tell them up front, because who cares? There's no warranty on this. Just look, I just want an oil change. Please don't plug a scan tool in, because I have a tune and it's not going to run if you do that. And they're nice about it most of the time, because they don't care. But if it's a brand new car and it's under warranty, then yeah, they're going to care. So another reason, I guess, if you have a newer car that's under warranty and it's got tunes and shit on it, then yeah, you don't want to take it to the dealer. I used to, I would detune mine first, but they can tell, I think. Anyway, thanks for watching, and it was Slingshot and Mustang oil change day. So, and I'm gonna edit this out there, and we got to see on the Shelby guys. You got to see. It's important that you get an oil catch can sometime down the road, and they're not cheap. Nothing's cheap these days. Well, you're looking at least $150, it looks like. But the JLTs are nice. They're like nice. I don't know if they're bullet aluminum, but they sell different kinds. You can get like a plastic one. I like the one I got because you just unscrew it. You know, it's real easy to do. And I'm gonna clean things up in here, and I'll hit you guys up next time. Shout out in the comments. Feel free. You have any questions on either, or if you have any recommendations, like, hey man, you forgot to do this. You know, I have an aftermarket air filter, so I don't mess with that. But if you have a stock filter, any filters, I changed the cabin air filter out. It's behind the battery area. I already changed that. Different things. Make sure all the fluids are topped off and all that stuff. The dealer says they do that. We topped off the fluids, and who knows. But anyway, yeah, you don't save with a car. With the Slingshot, it's different. I think Polaris, because these are more specialty vehicles, you're going to pay through the nose. You better change your own oil in this, unless you got some bucks. The Mustang, you know, I used to knock people. Oh, you know, you're not a real man. I see you sitting waiting in a dealer for your car to get finished, but I don't anymore. It's like, hey, change the oil. I mean, I don't blame these people for taking it nowadays for that stuff, but I just like doing it myself. It's just more convenient, and I'm a car guy, so I kind of like this kind of stuff. All right, kids, I'm gonna go ahead and patch this video together. Shout out to law enforcement. I got a ticket in my Slingshot. Hey, shout out to that cop. He was like, it's so efficient now out here, because I haven't got a ticket, not to sound like an old man, but like over 10 years. Out here, I went to pass someone, and they you know, you ever go to pass someone, then they speed up, and I saw the cop there, and this is just a 4-cylinder. Lucky it wasn't in that, but I was doing some 80 something. It wasn't too bad, but it's very efficient out here. And the minimum cost for a traffic ticket out here, I ended up paying $350, and that was just for doing 5 over. He was nice to me. He hit me up for 5 over, so you can take like the traffic school, so it doesn't show points, you know. So he's like, yeah, but man, it's Cali. Shout out to Cali. Everything's expensive here. So, but hey, I probably needed that to do the. Just remind me, you know, do the speed limit if you're able to. I know it's hard with these kind of cars, but all right, peace out. I might cut that part of my video. I don't know, but shout out to that officer. He was a nice guy. He cut me a break. Hey, I was speeding. I'm not gonna, you know, I'm not gonna use my. He walked it. Maybe if he walked up this side and saw I was a veteran, he would have been nice. I don't do that stuff though. I don't accept that stuff. All right, I'm gonna try to clean this thing up. We're going to a car event tomorrow, so I'll try to get a video of that for you guys. And it's gonna be GT500s and Mustangs.